fiction can help us zoom out and see things in the real world with new eyes. In our world full of wars, conflicts, possible genocides and ethnic cleansings, wouldn't it be amazing if a hero showed up out of nowhere to save the day? A second coming, or maybe a new coming, but someone to show us the way, someone that everyone would at least hear out and listen to. At least on the big screen, James Gunn has offered something extremely interesting in the least, and the internet is torn as about it. While this movie is delivering the most epic TikTok advertising that is so on point for trends, some are calling it woke garbage.
I just got done watching that new Superman movie, and bro, DC is back! DC is back!
Some are seeing parallels to the Israel-Palestine events we've been witnessing for 2 years now.
The people of Jarhampur are brown.
Look at my African American over here.
The people of Moravia are white. Okay, so this is why the left is reading this as Israel, the Palestinians. The reason it doesn't work that way is because we are not made aware that the people of Jarhampur are either wildly terrorism support.
Some are calling it the best superhero movie they've ever seen.
There hasn't really been a Superman movie made that doesn't have any major glaring flaws. That is, until now. James Gunn just definitely did that. After seeing it a second time, I feel pretty confident that I can say not only is this James Gunn's best movie, not only is this the best Superman movie, but James Gunn's Superman is immediately going into the conversation for best superhero movie ever made.
Now, with any work of fiction, the parallels you draw to real life events are an interpretation of viewers, in this case, me and many people online. You be the judge of whether these are bang on or just nonsense. Here we go. 7 parallels to Israel-Palestine in Superman 2025. Number 1, Israel's flag versus Moravia's flag. Both flags have a multi-pointed star in the middle of it, and it is hard not to draw the parallel between both Israel's flag and Moravia's flag. The pointed star is very important to this Moravian culture, and we see it on Ultraman's armored suit, and we also see it on the flag while the president of Moravia is addressing people in a way that is reminiscent of Netanyahu. Number 2, the Moravian leader's resemblance to Israeli leaders. Now, a lot of people online have been saying that he is Netanyahu, or he is like exactly like that, but this tidbit was pointed out to me by my favorite guy, and he says that the Moravian leader really represents the first prime minister of Israel, David Ben-Gurion. And once you see the resemblance, it's hard to get out of your mind. And I'm just going to let Guy speak about it right here.
You cannot tell me that the president of the oppressive country in the new Superman movie is not supposed to be the first prime minister of Israel, David Ben-Gurion. The resemblance is uncanny. David Ben-Gurion ordered planned dalit to be carried out on the Palestinian people, which was a planned ethnic cleansing campaign that involved massacres on hundreds of Palestinian towns in order to drive them off their land and make room for the state of Israel to be established in 1948. At the end of the movie, they literally have one of the heroes grab this guy.
Bro, no spoilers, come on.
Take him up in the sky.
Number 3, the Moravian leader claiming to want to save the people he's invading in Jarhampur.
Moravia wants to save the people of Jarhampur.
Look, the irony is killer here, possibly literally. Netanyahu is always saying that he wants to actually save the Palestinian people from Hamas while he is, enforcing these mass bombings and all that. Even when Netanyahu attacked Iran, he addressed the people of Iran.
Tonight I wish to speak to you, the proud people of Iran. And as we achieve our objectives, We're also clearing the path for you to achieve your objective, which is freedom.
Moravia wants to save the people of Jahanpur, and Superman wants to keep them inside.
In the past 24 hours, we've taken out top military commanders, senior nuclear scientists, the Islamic regime's most significant enrichment facility.
Yeah, he also killed a bunch of those Iranians that he's trying to free as well, but I digress. Number 4, the primitive military of the Jaranpurians. In the scenes where we see the Moravians gearing up to invade Jaranpur, we see the Jaranpurians arming themselves in a primitive way. If you've seen any footage of the Palestinian conflicts with Israel, you would know that they're typically throwing rocks and not much else. There's this iconic photo of the kid with the rock who's about to throw it at a tank from Palestine, and it's just the same thing in this movie. And that brings us to number 5, condoning military violence against children. In the movie, there is that iconic scene where Green Lantern protects a boy in like a green cube as a soldier shoots at him. And I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory.
90% of the patients that we saw are just like that image that you're showing. Children, they were toddlers or younger. They were exposed to bomb blasts covered with smoke, like you're seeing horrible whole body burns or 50% body burns. There were shrapnel injuries, and in particular, there were sniper injuries. I personally saw 2 children that were shot twice, once in the chest, right over where I would put my stethoscope over their heart, and once on the...
Number 6, rich tech bros profiting off of war.
The country of Moravia has purchased over $80 billion worth of arms from Luthor Corp in the past 2 years.
And
Now, the image of Lex Luthor itself is just this rich billionaire guy with young tech bros, like controlling the cameras that are flying around and monitoring Superman fighting Ultraman. And the whole image is just reminiscent of Elon Musk. And remember his group of people that were sent in to fix the economy in America? And of just a bunch of like young 20-year-olds, and one of them's name was like Big Balls. Like it reminds me so much of that when I see Lex Luthor and the young guys like controlling the cameras and the fighting going on with their keyboards and mouse. So Lex Luthor profits directly from the war itself, but Lex also plans on building like a tech haven in Jaranpur. And you might be thinking, how on earth could this relate to like real life? But there are companies, so many tech companies that are actually profiting directly from the war. And there are companies that are just building new headquarters on stolen land. And like Apple.
And identifies 60 global companies as directly or indirectly supporting Israel's genocide and its illegal occupation of the West Bank. It names U.S. tech giants for providing technology to track and target Palestinians.
In the past 20 months, while the Israeli army, and accompanied by settlers, was devastating Palestinian lives and landscapes, the Tel Aviv Stock Exchange soared by 213%, amassing over 220 billion in market gains.
Number 7, monkey brain social media posts. While that is quite literally what is happening in the Superman movie, with monkeys trying to win the online war for Bavaria, in real life, Israel is seriously concerned about losing the online war.
The majority of Gen Z have an unfavorable impression of Israel. And my friends, I think the reason for that is that we're losing the digital war. The masters of the universe are Jews. You know, we've got Altman and AI, we got Zuckerberg, we got Sergey Brin, we got the group across the board, Jan Combs, you know, founded WhatsApp. It's us. And we have to figure out a way to win the digital battle.
But the soldiers themselves are just ruining it for Israel themselves and the IDF. They're constantly posting themselves doing war crimes as if it's funny or as if the world will think they're cool. There's a bunch of classic videos where IDF soldiers wear the lingerie of women they've just killed. There's videos of soldiers doing gender reveals as they drop bombs literally on buildings full of people. Just countless videos of soldiers themselves outing themselves for war crimes and posting it online and just losing the digital war. Not to mention the IDF soldiers whose job is literally to leave comments that are anti-Palestine and to try to refute anti-Israel comments online. They're probably all over the comment section in this video, and I hope to debate them soon. So what did you guys think? Are any of these 7 parallels valid? Maybe I got it all wrong, and this is really about Russia and Ukraine. Regardless of where you fall, I think we can all agree that this is an amazing movie. If the parallels are true and do resonate, probably ruins the movie for a lot of Zionists out there. But if it doesn't, and you're seeing other parallels, I'm sure you're enjoying it just as much as everyone else. In online battles, people have told me, how on earth could this be criticizing the Zionist regime when it was written by James Gunn, who is a Jew? I don't think that it stands that all Jews are Zionists. I've seen many that are anti, and I think at the end of the day, we just want to see a better world. Movies like this remind us of our human values. By making up these fake countries, hopefully we can see what's right. And so when we're done these movies and we look back at the world, we can make better decisions that are for all of humanity, for everybody, regardless of whether they're white or brown or whatever. All right, guys, hopefully I'll see you in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and talk soon. If I missed any parallels, let me know. If I got any parallels horribly wrong, let me know. Peace.